Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my vibe code struggles. Basically, a new vibe coder trying to build world adjusting applications, and I'll be sharing my journey, what I'm building, tools I find along the way. It's also an inspirational channel, so do well to subscribe and just getting started. Well, if you are new to vibe coding, you want tools that you're already familiar with, within your horizon. One such tool is the AI Studio right inside your Google. It's a good starting point. Basically, you can build and prototype apps using it. And it's function. I mean, in many cases, functional apps. It's powered by Gemini. You will not have to bother about, the technicalities of getting API key and all that. Just a simplistic atmosphere with AI Studio. So there are some other powerful tools inside the studio that I'll highlight that I don't think you can find anywhere yet. Very relevant to solving problems, which I'll talk about in a bit. But for now, let's focus on here building apps. Again, this is an introductory video. Subsequent videos will, you know, contain tutorials. So starting out, there is a showcase of applications here for your inspiration, also for your use, built with this AI Studio. So for example, this is video to learning app. Instantly turn your YouTube videos into fun interactive learning apps using the power of AI. Explore concepts visually and learn actively. I like this one. If you have a YouTube channel, imagine being able to turn every video into a learning app. Interesting stuff. So let me experiment with this. Uh, let's see. Vibe code. Let me put one of my videos in there and see what comes about. I mean, that's an existing app, by the way. It's not ours. So let's see if it's functional. So by the way, relating to this video is another tool by Google called Firebase Studio. That also works. I showcased that in another video. There are not so many videos on my channel, so it's very easy for you to binge watch all these. Okay, so let's wow, apologies. Okay, here. Okay, let's put the URL here and generate up. Now, this is an interesting app concept, by the way, video to learning app. It's quite interesting. One can remix this and evolve it into something grand that, maybe a paid app or something, or build a service out of this, contact people and tell them, oh, why not I build an application or be proactive, build an application featuring their channels and then provide it to them. And if they want to further the service, I mean, availing of that service from you, then you get a payment. Now, a bit sluggish, so we will leave this to keep on and open up, another portal. I'll also give it my own app idea and see what comes out of it. But before we start with that, yes, so you can also tweak it, its abilities, define it. You can choose different models and tweak it basically. Okay, now another relevant productivity tool in AI Studio that I really like. In fact, it really solves, serious problems that you cannot use the likes of ChatGPT to solve because you cannot provide it video like the real time problem. So Stream is very good. I would not be able to showcase it fully in this video, but how this works is you can share your screen. If you share your screen, it will avail of your mic and then talk to you using voice, telling you to pinpoint on the screen what you want to have solved. Basically, it can see your screen, see your cursor, and anything you tell it to fix on the screen. For example, if you're on an Excel sheet, you don't know what math to solve what, or you're looking for a file, it's going to find it for you. You can also talk to it, you can share your webcam, all that. And then you can tweak it, as much as possible, using this aspect here. So that's another very interesting tool. There's also generate media. Uh, Although I wouldn't say Gemini is so proficient with generating media yet, but this is another handy tool. And of course, starter apps. Now, let's create an app very quickly. So you can choose a template. For example, choose empty prompt Gemini in this simple example, live, create a live agent using bidirectional streaming. So we touched on that slightly originally. Uh, yeah, so anyway, this is introductory. So explore it. There's also OpenAI SDK compatibility, access Gemini models with the OpenAI SDK, so compatibility with ChatGPT. Uh, then code execution. For some, they want to run a script and all that. You can use this to do that. Uh, yes, so interesting stuff here. So let's say prompt Gemini in this simple example. Hmm. The portal has actually changed. It used to be more intuitive. Let's see, run code automatically. Let's see if I can put in my prompt here. No, this is for writing code. Just a moment. Just a moment. Oh, it has actually changed. It used to have that chat terminal that just eases the process of prompting. Let's see. So stream responses, create a live agent using. Hmm. Okay, I get what is happening here. I think the portal has changed from what I knew of it. I think they must have moved to that Firebase studio. Just a moment. So let me just feature Firebase. I would still put up this video as is. I think they've transitioned, the chat terminal onto Firebase. Okay. So these are applications I have built. So you can use this, then just a moment. Wow. So evolution is happening here. It's telling me to join the um, developer program. Let's say, let's just put this. Okay. So you have to join now to be able to use it. So uh, let's just try build an app that accepts YouTube URL as input and turns the associated video into uh, to the game. Let's just experiment with that and see what is built. Then we will end the video. Again, we are still at the introductory phase. Okay, so it didn't really get, the transcript of the video correctly. So this needs to be, modified. The functionality of this. No, let's see. App AI app generator simulator. Okay, maybe it did. Maybe it did. So I think what it grabbed from the video is that it's into the niche of AI. And then what it provided is an app generator. Let's see if we can view this. Just a moment. Friends. Wow, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Bear with me. My videos, I generally don't edit them. The nature of my videos are called U-logs, a form of video I created where basically U stands for you. No edits. I document my very evolution expeditions within the niche of vibe code, so you may see me struggle. It's also for your inspiration and to remove your reservedness about exploring vibe coding irrespective of your tech savviness. I also document the hassle of it. So uh interesting. This concept is interesting. Okay, so these are actually sample videos and the associated conversion, but for my video it didn't seem to get it right. This video, logic behind Chinese characters. Let's see what. Wow, this is interesting. It's an interesting concept to build on. Let's see what comes out of this. Oh, wow. So it writes the MD as well. You can use this to prototype as well. Get your MD, the the markdown documentation, and then put it to use on some third party tool if you want to use multiple tools. And the resulting application from this, you can host it even for free. If you want to share it with your friends to check them out. By default, it makes use, first, apologies, it makes use of Gemini. So this is the logic. Accepts a YouTube URL from the user, generative AI tool to analyze the video transcript and extract key scenes or moments that would make good levels in a 2D game. Generative AI tool to create 2D game sprites appropriate for representing entities identified in the level. This is another interesting concept. Converts the extracted scenes and sprites into playable 2D games experienced directly in the browser, allows users to play the generated 2D game within the app. Wow. Turns out an interesting concept. Let's see the resulting build and then we'll end the video. It has also given it a name, called it Video Venture. So from what's read here, you will notice that it's efficient in thinking, like deep thinking. It's quite proactive in generating the logic. we gave it a basic prompt. Okay, so let's see what the result is. Then we'll end the video. While we wait, do well to subscribe. Also share my channel with others. Wow, so 15 minutes long. We'll end the video soonest. So you see, Gemini Key is requiring that to power the AI element. So while you can provide it, you can go and manually get your API key to provide it with. You can also click on auto generate. It will generate one for you and continue. Wow, this is exciting. This is exciting. So let's just wait for it to incorporate the Gemini key, then we will test it out and then end the video. Use AI to find key moments and turn them into game levels. So the first iteration of your app prototype is ready. Try it out in the preview window and describe the changes you'd like to make. Want to make changes directly, hit the code. So you can switch here if you want to see the code. Let's say you want to manually adjust the application. You have an ID available to you with the entire code base. Okay, so let's try the first iteration. Let's try this. So that's fixing error. Just a moment. Oh, wow, this is as technical as it gets. So let's see, generate sprites for this scene. We can exempt this aspect so that it happens under the hood. And but take note, the video that we gave it was I don't think it got the narrative of the video right. Here it says character walking through a forest, character encounters a monster. But let's just experiment. Wow. Once scenes are extracted and sprites generated, this area will transform into a playable game. Wow, this is something else. I don't think any such idea exists. We would have to wait. We would have to wait and see the resulting game. Although I like this, where it doesn't happen under the hood, it creates a gamified situation. So here it didn't throw that error. So let's continue here. I would not bother fixing that error we saw, considering that it was able to generate it here. I'll just retry. Final one. Wow. So this is not clickable. Your 2D game adventure will appear here soon. Once scenes are extracted and sprite generated, this area will transform into a playable game. Just a moment. Okay. Sprites generated, but the game arena isn't transforming into a playable game. Let's just wait and see the results. I may end up publishing this. I may end up publishing this. It's quite interesting. Where I do, you would find a link underneath the video. Publishing is as simple as clicking publish. Okay, so let's see. I understand. Static and doesn't use the scene and sprite. I'll modify. Okay, so this area is just a prototype. It's now going to modify it. So maybe we'll end the video. Uh, I will document what happened out of this in the next video. But I'll just wait a bit and see. So updates, it will accept scenes and sprites as propped. It will map through the scenes. Well, but we will have to start all over. We may just wait it out. I believe it will excite you to see the results. Let's try all at the same time. So there are changes. Okay, so we'll continue this later on. I have to iterate it further. That will take time. Bringing us to the end of this video. Exhaust the information in the description. Subscribe to Vibe Code Struggles on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.